Now, the shareholders of the now defunct Unibank have taken on the Bank of Ghana over the revocation of their license. They have sued the Bank of Ghana and, among others, are seeking a number of reliefs. Joseph Opoku-Gakpo has joined me in the studio with a copy of that legal suit and is going to be taking us through it. First of all, let's look at in whose name this writ is filed.
So this writ is filed in the name of Dr. Kwabena Duffuor. He is the first plaintiff in this particular case. And then Integrated Properties Limited, which appears to be one of the organizations linked to the Duffuor Group. Yes, they are. So the first petitioner is Dr. Kwabena Duffuor, the former governor, the majority shareholder in Unibank. And then the Bank of Ghana is named as the defendant in the case.
All right. So what are they asking for?
It's a 68-point statement of claim, but then they wrap it up with 8 reliefs. Professor Raymond Natuguba is actually their lawyer. They're asking for an order of injunction to restrain the Bank of Ghana from expropriating Unibank by its purported vesting of the good assets and liabilities in of Unibank in the consolidated bank and a revocation of the license of Unibank. So the ongoing process in order to get its assets taken over, the former Unibank's assets taken over, and even the revocation of its license, they're asking for an injunction on that first. They're asking for a declaration that the granting of license to Consolidated Bank was not granted in accordance with the banking laws. They state specifically Act 390, and so they want the court to declare the license that has been granted Consolidated Bank null and void. They're also asking for a declaration in relation to the goods and assets of Unibank, including the deposits of depositors. They're asking that all of these cannot be lawfully vested in Consolidated Bank. So they want an order, declared as such, and they're asking for an injunction restraining the Bank of Ghana, and look at these words very carefully, from arbitrarily and capriciously impairing almost the entire loan book, including the debts of government and also allied government institutions and shareholders, which had been advanced to the bank to justify the purported revocation. You know, Unibank officials have made the point in previous letters to the Bank of Ghana, which we've seen copies of, indicating that government owed them more than 800 million, which certificates were being issued so that then the payment would be done, and some other government-aligned organizations owe the money. And so if all of this is put together, they would have had enough money to deal with their liquidity challenges. Their fifth demand is that they want a declaration that the very revocation of the license of Unibank is null and void, and that it's a breach of Article 23 and Article 296 of the 1992 Constitution. So they want the establishment of Unibank declared null and void, but they want also the
establishment of CBG.
Of CBG declared null and void. Yes, thanks for that correction. They want the establishment of CBG declared null and void, but they also want a declaration that the revocation of Unibank's license is also null and void, because
which will then reinstate Unibank
as an institution. And then the sixth relief is they want a declaration that the revocation of the license of Unibank actually constitutes unlawful expropriation of the properties of the plaintiffs, in this case Dr. Kwabena Duffuor, and again a breach of the Constitution. And then their final two reliefs, they're asking for a mandatory injunction requiring the Bank of Ghana to restore Unibank to private management and private shareholding. Essentially, the declaration that the Bank of Ghana did on the 1st of August is what they want a revocation to, and then they say any other reliefs that the court deems fit. They look forward to the court declaring that in the
Thank you very much. And well, I believe we have a copy of this writ on MyJoy Online. So if you're interested, you can get to MyJoy Online and get to read all of that. Thank you very much, Joseph Opoku-Gakpo, for bringing us those details.